Well, you know, just when I thought I knew the worst of humanity, this movie came along.
Well, what did you think was the worst before seeing that?
I really don't know.
Okay, well,
well, this is it. This is definitely.
Okay, well,
child molesters.
All right. So, we saw Caged No More, a film that hasn't got a lot of advertising, but they're already confident that they're going to make a sequel next year. This is based on a book series by.
Confident.
Yeah, it's based on a book series from someone whose name everyone applauded for when it came up at the opening credits. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
I guess,
I'm like,
I
heard a few cheers too. Didn't you?
Yeah. I didn't even know about.
I don't even know who the author is.
Yeah. Well, her name is Molly Venske, I think. All right. Yeah. So this is a film about a woman who goes searching for her
godchildren.
Yeah. For two girls who were the daughters of a friend of hers who was killed by her husband.
No, they didn't say she was killed by her husband.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
That she overdosed.
Was it that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because the part where he beats her up, that's right. It happens earlier. It's a little confusing how it's edited there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but so
we got a serious case of evil twin syndrome in this.
Yeah, I'm pretty split about this film. Honestly, the woman who plays
Loretta Devine.
Loretta Devine is the lead actress.
I've seen her. Well, at least I've heard her in something before.
Yeah, what did you think of her acting in this?
That first part where she's comforting Maisie.
Yeah.
The words she says are natural. It's just
it's her delivery.
Her delivery was way off.
I kind of thought a lot of her parts in this were a little obnoxious.
But if anything, she's probably the only one who gave like that sort of a performance. Everyone else seemed to be fine.
Yeah, that's true. But actually, most of the other actors
Alan
do
Powell,
really good. Yeah,
and Will, he was good.
Yeah, and Kevin Sorbo, of course. Kevin Sorbo plays the two twin brothers. One of whom is the father who's selling his daughters into sex slavery, and Kevin Sorbo, he's actually a fine actor. I mean, he was kind of awesome in God's Not Dead, and he should get into bigger roles. And also Cassidy Gifford, who plays Skye. I really see a lot of potential in her. I mean, she started with God's Not Dead. She and Kevin Sorbo are both in God's Not Dead, and even in The Gallows she was good. Even though Gallows isn't a very good movie at all, but when the scenes in her room, when she's in the brothels, not a lot of words come out of her, but her performance there was just fantastic, and I thought the scenes that were most riveting were when the Greek guy comes in, and because there's this guy who's like blindfolded by his brothers, and they're taking him over to the brothels for his birthday. So they're like forcing him in even though he's not interested. And so he comes back twice. He is a gentleman. Yeah, he comes back twice to try and talk to her, and she's like really unresponsive because of what she's been through. And although I think it's really convenient that he also speaks English.
Yeah,
that happens a lot. And when he's talking to his dad, they both just start speaking English. When
automatically.
Right when he brings up the fact that she started speaking English.
That's a little on the nose.
Yeah. There seems to be a lot of that in movies where people just simultaneously speak two languages.
People are not that good. Very few people are.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not a few, but the ability to switch, like instantly from one language to another, that's difficult.
Yeah. But with that said, those scenes with him inside her room,
Especially with Greece, Greek, because it's a totally different root language. There's a total different root language there. It's completely different from English, which has Germanic roots, I believe.
English has it has some roots. I mean, it's made up a lot of Greek parts actually. Some words, others it's Latin, and others it's French. I remember being in middle school trying to get into the National Spelling Bee. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of. So, but even with that said, those scenes inside Sky's room were actually kind of were actually really believable and kind of actually kind of riveting.
Did you actually? There's this one moment in the movie they try to pull off that she's dead, and they do it really well.
Yeah. Actually, I did kind of feel
like
bad.
I thought. I thought.
And then
I was actually kind of expecting.
Yeah, and then when I actually wasn't, and when she shows up at that at the auction, I actually kind of gasped with
along with everyone else in the theater.
Yeah, we were in a very rowdy audience.
This was a very engaging movie. There was no part of this movie that lost my attention, you know?
There were bits of it for me, and but still, it is.
Although if I have to mention one, the dad got off light.
Yeah.
Just 2 punches to the gut.
Really,
no.
Yeah.
This is a moment where he deserves a full-on racking. And for those of you who know what racking means.
Okay. Yeah. But although some of the times when he's trying to convince Elle that what she's getting into is a good thing, some of his lines were just kind of awkward. Like,
they were so hokey.
Yeah, like yeah, when he says that she's number 3, and he's like, number 3, that's my lucky number.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So although the only one that was actually convincing is when that guy comes up to her near the beginning to ask her if she wants to get into the pageant, and he starts by saying, it was probably just a scam. But after that, not very good of a cover up at all. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's mainly because he had someone else to work off of. Even in the movie, he was only working off of the guy who came up to Elle in the first place. But the rest of the movie, he had no one to cover. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, so I give the movie credit for dealing with a topic like this, and
this is why more people should learn self-defense, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care even. I don't even care what style.
Yeah.
You gotta learn it.
And also I do have to give the movie credit for the fact that it's trying to be a movie, which is really unlike a lot of other movies we're getting nowadays that are kind of faith-based. This movie is directed by Lisa Arnold, who is one of the producers of God's Not Dead.
I'm gonna mention this, that unlike War Room, where it was just saturated in, oh man, this was very light.
Yeah, it's like
for me, this worked to the movie's advantage because it's not really about faith.
Yeah, I mean, there's like some faith that plays a part, but it's not the only part that really started to go there is in the middle, like when they're talking at church. I mean, of course they would like want to ask for prayers from people, but still, just how just how they have to put into like really blunt words how we gotta stop this from happening, you know.
Which is a
Like,
good cause.
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it isn't, but you know,
you can't expect God to do everything for you.
Yeah, I know. He's got to work in you to do stuff.
And he's probably busy on something else, you know.
I mean, it's not like he can't do more than one thing at once.
True.
Yeah,
but
here's the thing. You know, the people who make these movies, these are the kind of people who get rather offended when there's just some undertones in a movie that might be Buddhist or pantheistic. And the thing is, if someone
makes me wonder what they thought of Clash of the Titans.
Yeah. And so the thing is, if you're concerned about being influenced by subtlety, then don't you think that maybe some subtlety can influence others? Yeah. Which there are some that are starting to be more subtle. Like last year, actually a few months ago, we had Captive, which was subtle up until the end credits.
Man, War Room really hammered it in. Like, oh, it was dripping.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can't. It's so hokey.
Yeah. Yeah. So when they actually try to make a movie, it definitely works better. Of course. So, I mean, we go to a movie to see a movie.
Let's hope the Westboro Baptist Church doesn't start making films. Oh no! Cut that out! Please, we don't need any of their movies in our theaters. Just cut that whole part out. Forget what I said. Forget it.
I doubt any of the Phelpses or Drains are going to come across this.
So. But somehow it will. Knowing the internet, it will get back to them somehow.
Okay. All right. So here's the one thing that bothered me the most about this: the narration from Will.
Yeah,
I mean, it's at the very beginning. It starts off okay, but then he talks like 7 times throughout the movie, and oftentimes it's for things that we're seeing, like indeed Jack was up to no good, or I knew I had to find, I would stop at nothing to find Sky and Elle. We're seeing this. We don't need to have it spelled out to us.
Show, not tell.
Show, don't tell. Yeah, that's the purpose of filmmaking. And so I think some Christian filmmakers are starting to see that. I mean, we also had like October Baby, which, to its credit, is not just like a 2-hour abortion debate. It's a road trip movie, and we see the issue through the eyes of someone who survived it, and that makes it all the more powerful. And oftentimes it works the best when it's done through the eyes of someone who doesn't believe, like To Save a Life, which in my mind is a movie that every teenager and young adult should see. But yeah, so between To Save a Life and something like War Room at the bottom, I'd say this is somewhere in the middle. I mean, it did kind of leave me thinking about the issue of sex slavery, and it did kind of give me kind of a glimpse of what it's like, and so I do got to give credit there. And I think that's
pretty much it.
Yeah. So I would the audience we attended applauded tremendously, and I mean I kind of expected them to. I mean I don't just.
This is definitely a made for fans movie, like specifically for people who like the book.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, probably. I mean, it does seem to
It's
be
not.
that way.
It's not like.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Hunger. It wasn't like Hunger Games, or Harry Potter,
Yeah.
where where there are going to be people there who are probably just going to be fans of the movies, because there are a few people who prefer the movies over books. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't go to these movies just to nod my head at like everything that someone's saying, because I do actually go to the movies to see movies. So, and if you're kind of a film buff like me, there is a kind of compelling story and a really harsh subject at hand, and
Definitely harsh.
yeah, I mean, some of the editing is a little confusing, some of the acting is a bit uneven. For the most part, the acting's great, and so I'll give it a very strong C+.
I'm with you. I'm gonna give this a C+ as well.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's one of those movies where I'm glad that I saw it, but it's only like a very slight recommendation. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you've read the book or this subject is something that you feel strongly about, you'll probably want to see it, and you'll probably like it. Okay, so we showed up just in time for the movie, so we really can't. We only saw part of the Lady in the Van trailer.
And Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith is great. The
Man,
first time I saw her was a McGonagall, and having actually know of the book, I think she did a really good job as that.
Yeah, I mean, she looks just like she did in Hook, which in Hook she actually had some of that old age makeup. Which I didn't know until I saw Chris Stuckman's review on the movie. Okay, so next week, this weekend, I'm gonna spend a week at Camp Baraka. I mean, I've got some more videos to make for my channel, the LBT Squad, because we got the new Land Before Time movie coming out a week from Tuesday. So I'll have those videos done, and then I can catch a break out at Camp Baraka, and I'll come back and...
I know what people are going to comment.
There's a new movie, you kidding me?
No, they're going to be they're going to be asking if you're going to get arm blades and start chopping people into pieces. I know.
Why would I do that?
I'll explain it later.
Okay. Okay, so Monday, perhaps we'll go to Kung Fu Panda and the Finest Hours.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll be there. I don't know. Yeah.
If not, on February 5th, we got The Choice, Hail Caesar, and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yeah. Wait, what? 3 films in one night?
Maybe not one night. I mean, we have done 2-day weekends.
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, we might just choose to, but all right. Well, that's about it for now.
I would say Kung Fu Panda and Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yeah.
But wait, what? Finest Hour. Wait.
The Finest Hours is the shipwreck one with Chris Pine.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's coming out alongside those two?
Finest Hours and Kung Fu Panda 3 come out on January 29th. February 5th, we have Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, Hail Caesar, that new Coen Brothers movie.
Ah.
That one looks pretty funny. And then The Choice, the new Nicholas Sparks adaptation. That one, even though I'm a Nicholas Sparks apologist, The Choice doesn't look all that great. Who knows? Maybe it'll be this year's Endless Love remake.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
If so, then it'll bring me a lot of joy.
Okay.
If it doesn't, you, me, and Alex Spears, we gotta get together and just make fun of that movie. 3 single guys on Valentine's Day week make fun of a crappy romance.
Do you really? Do you know how sad that sounds? That is the epitome of sad.
Yeah, I've got a lot of great jokes for it.
God.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
advice.
we're-
If you want to make fun of a really bad romance movie for Valentine's Day, check out the remake of Endless Love that came out 2 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
We should wrap this
Yeah,
up.
let's wrap it up. Bye.